you have your boundaries. If you hold this view, you have your boundaries here, and some art, it lands there, and some art, it lands over here. So I was going to make a video answering your guys' questions that you've been leaving on my videos and blah, 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 blah. But I came across this comment and I kind of couldn't resist. It's too big of a subject. I'm going to make more videos in the future about this where I'm going to really consider my thoughts more. I thought it'd be really interesting to just give an off-the-cuff response to this today because it's such an amazing statement. So let's really delve into it. Full disclosure, what I'm not going to do is stand here and justify why hyperrealism is art. Some people don't like hyperrealism. Some people don't think it's valid or whatever. I'm not really interested in convincing people otherwise, but I am interested in sort of delving into this subject a bit because it's kind of problematic for me. And I wanted to delve into it even more so for people who read comments like that on the internet. I don't want people out there to feel invalidated or discouraged because of some other people's opinions. And that's what it is. This is really important. It's an opinion stated as a fact, which we get an awful lot of today, don't we? We get a lot of opinions stated as fact in the 21st century. But what is art if not divisive? And hyperrealism is kind of in many ways so uncontroversial as an art form, weirdly, is very divisive. So where do I begin? First of all, I don't think art is an academic pursuit. And that might be a controversial statement for some, but art far predates recorded history. Art is innately human, and we have evidence of that. So if we look at, our earliest evidence of humanity, we find bones, we find tools, and then we find cave paintings, right? And we find musical instruments. We've been making art far before we've been doing almost everything else. And what that says to me is that after we do our basic functions of like breathing, eating, excreting, sleeping, procreating, we then kind of go, what now? And the evidence suggests that the first thing we did is we started being creative and making art. Second controversial statement, I think every single human being has an artist in them. And some people are going to really strongly disagree with that and they're going to get annoyed at me about that. But I do think it's true. And I think certainly in the West, the education system here does a really awful thing in that it stamps out a lot of creativity in children. Kids are so creative. They are so fearlessly creative. Now we have this weird condition in the West where we love putting things in boxes. And maybe it's a human trait. We love giving things names. And one of the victims of this is art. Some people just love to put art in boxes. Philosophers have debated it. What is art? Is this art? Is that art? This is not art. That is not art. We've heard it all before. That's not an art. That's a skill. That's not an art. That's a craft. That's not an art. That's illustration. That's my favourite one. Illustration. Illustration is just art that accompanies words, by the way. Just because it accompanies words, it doesn't mean it's not art. But some people love to say art and illustration. We've got to. Art's very special. It's reserved. It's reserved for a chosen few people. No, I don't think so. I think everyone has creative energy within them. I think everyone has the capacity to make art. Maybe it's not very good. I don't care. I don't care if it's not very good. You can think that art's not good. You can dislike some art. You can think it's in bad taste. You can think it's badly crafted, but it doesn't mean it's not art. And we'll just have to agree to disagree. A wonderful example of this that I've seen lately is this band called Invalidation de Poitrine. Definitely not said that right. And they are, as we would say in the UK, they're a real Marmite band. Some people love them. I love this band. I'm really enjoying listening to their music while I'm drawing and while I'm working. I've got it on in the background. I'm like, yeah. And some people hate this band. They hate them, as is their right. But what is fascinating is when some people hate a band like Invalidation de Poitrine, they leave comments on their videos like, this is just a gimmick. Just a gimmick. This is the kind of music people make when they can't play their instruments. This is not music. That is a comment that I saw on one of their videos. This is not art. That is a comment, this is not art, that I have seen on so many people's videos or content of their art. When someone doesn't get something, or they don't appreciate something, or they don't like something, some people, for some reason, feel the need to invalidate it. Maybe because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Maybe because it challenges their worldview. I genuinely don't know. And you know, it's scary. Art is scary because it's very difficult to define, and I think maybe that makes some people uncomfortable. Certainly in the last 100 years, what has started happening in art, in all the different disciplines of art, is artists have started really challenging the boundaries. They're trying to find the boundaries, find the limit. What is art? What can I get away with? How are people going to respond? And when I look at it, what I am seeing when people make this challenging art that challenges the boundaries is I don't see them finding the boundary. I don't see them finding the limit. I just see them broadening how we define art. It's very difficult to find the limit of what art is, because art is more really a mode of being. It's a mode of creating. It's almost a feeling. Do you know what I mean? Are you watching this video? Are you someone who makes art? Do you know what I mean? It's a feeling. It's a need. It's not an outcome. It's not, this piece of paper with this drawing on that is a certain level of expressive but not too realistic. That's a piece of art. But this drawing over here, it's too realistic, or this thing here, it's too abstract, or whatever it is. This band is too atonal, you know. I don't think it's very easy to find the limit. And that's where we kind of land with a thinking that art kind of lies in intention. If your intention is to make a piece of art, and then you make a piece of art, then it's a piece of art. And some people may not like it, and some people may not appreciate it, and some people may not get it, but it's still your kind of creative output. So imagine if that was the world that we lived in, where we had this definition of art that was this, and everyone who made art, they just made it there. We would never get anywhere. We would never make any progress. We would never find new things. Maybe you think what I do is not valid, but I'm just doing my thing. And I refuse to work within someone else's boundaries of what they define as art. Many artists are not going, well, where are the boundaries? Where should I work within? Okay, great, I'll make something there. What they do instead is they sit down and they just authentically make something. And then it just lands somewhere. And you have your boundaries. If you hold this view, you have your boundaries here, and some art, it lands there, and some art, it lands over here. If we just made art that fit within the boundaries of what some people think art is, the world would be an incredibly boring place, wouldn't it? And that's why I wanted to make this video. If you're someone who's making art and you see comments like that and they make you feel invalidated or they make you feel discouraged, please just make what you want to make, and don't let other people out there discourage you. I don't make anything for anyone else, I make it for me. And you should do the same. Make what you want to make what feels authentic to you. And yes, it's art. Whatever you make, it's art. So that's my off-the-cuff take in response to that comment. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to know what you think about this. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And if you want to hear more from me, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.